Hey, what's going on, everybody? I hope you're having a great day. I'm hanging in there. It's just a relaxing Sunday, and yeah, I guess I'm gonna get right into it. Okay. The topic that we have today is called Psy-Ops, psychological operations. Psy-Ops, psychological operations. Okay, so I'm just going to start with a quick introductory explanation as to what that is. Psychological operations, a planned activity to influence the emotions, motives, reasoning, and behavior of foreign audiences. Then in parentheses, it says governments, organizations, or individuals. Okay, to support political or military objectives using non combative means like media, leaflets, or broadcasts to create desired psychological effects, often termed winning hearts and minds. Okay? And what that made me think of when it says winning hearts and minds is the hearts, they mean your emotions. So they're targeting your emotional brain, your subconscious, the right side of your brain. And they do that through Democrats and liberals. Okay. Then when it says winning hearts, we just did that winning hearts and minds. Minds is talking about the left brain, the logic, reasoning, mathematics, and they target Republicans and conservatives with that. And together, they're winning hearts and minds by dividing people and making people use this side of their brain or that side. If you're a lefty, and I don't mean writing, I mean if you're a liberal, okay, um, they go through you're on the left side of the aisle because they go through your left eye. It's going to be funny because this camera's inverted. But anyways, trust me, this tattoo is on my left hand, so then this is my left eye. Trust me. Okay, so they're going to go through your left eye. That's why you're on the left side of your aisle, and the left eye has this thing that goes to like that, and it connects to your right brain. And your right brain is known for such things as emotions, creativity, things of that nature, right? So this is why lefties tend to use that right side of their brain, righties tend to use their left. This is like the whole thing because it crosses over. The left goes to the right side and the right eye goes to the left side. So you can guess what I'm going to say about the right eye. That's why you're on the right side of the aisle as a conservative, right? Because the right eyeball goes to the left brain, which is logic. It's like a thing going like whoop, and then the other one they cross, you know. But anyways, back to this. The term psychological operations. The term is also used in conspiracy theories to describe alleged covert government manipulation of the public. So I think that's that latter part that we just mentioned. That's what we're going to kind of be dealing with today. So, like a psychological operation tend to be used in conspiracy theories that people say, right? And it's to describe alleged covert government manipulation of the public. Now, I'm going to give you a couple examples, then you tell me if it's still alleged or not. You know what I mean? So, example number one, right? I'm going to use recent examples. Example number one, Renee Good, right? Or Mrs. Good. I'm pretty sure Renee was her first name, right? Rest in peace, you know, respectably. Um, what I saw, from what I saw, when I saw different angles, everything like that, and then analyzed and put things together in my head, I came to the conclusion that both parties were in the wrong, okay? So the problem is people on each side are going to see that the other side was in the wrong and that it's going to blind them from seeing that it could be on both sides, and they're going to be justified in feeling like, yeah, you know, they were in the wrong because what they see. I'll get into it. Just let me take one thing at a time here, okay? So like I said, both parties were in the wrong. She shouldn't have been there. She shouldn't have disobeyed a direct lawful order. She shouldn't have potentially done attempted vehicular homicide on a federal officer. She should have just stayed home and been with her family and been taking care of her kids. He shouldn't have shot her at all. He should have simply jumped out of the way and immediately called it in over his radio. I got some crazy lady who was just trying to hit me with a car. We need to get her now. Whatever. You'll get her. She'll get in trouble. You don't need to go bang bang bang. Like, you just don't need to. Especially, I know he didn't have a time to think, so I understand that too. He had to act in the moment, and he took it as a threat. And they're trained, when you get hit with a threat that serious, you neutralize the threat. That's his training, so I get it. But I'm still able to see the wrong on both ends, that it could have been avoided by both parties. If she wasn't there at all, nothing could have happened to her at all, right? But she did that anyways, right? And then he could have just jumped out of the way, or been like, I said stop, what are you doing? Or, but he didn't have to take that. Or he could have shot her in the shoulder, or just shot at her to scare her. Something different, right? Okay, so, but I can see the wrong on both sides. This is because I've been a registered independent from the jump. Okay, sure, I lean more to the right. Don't let the fact that I'm left-handed and I'm wearing blue fool you. Okay, but anyways, because each side was wrong, the left and the right will see the wrong on the other side, but not on their own side. They feel justified for their opinions. Both sides genuinely believe that they are 100% right, and that would automatically make the other side 100% wrong. This directly affects the ego, giving each side a sense of moral superiority over the other. Okay? We now disagree. Now, at this point, we now disagree. We're disagreeing online. We're disagreeing in person. We're saying things that we can't really take back to each other. Like crazy things, right? This causes us to hate each other way more than before. And this is why people start to push in the motive of, the good old divide and conquer, ordo ab chao, order out of chaos, that the government is secretly trying to divide us, make us hate each other, and have us in a permanent civil war, so to speak, so that we don't come together and go up against the enemies, which are the Luciferian, diaper sniffing, evil oligarchs who were not even elected, but they have all the power in the world. People really, whoever it is pulling the strings. We don't know names. If you were in that position, you wouldn't just blurt your name out and be like, we're the ones doing it, right? So we don't know who they are. That's why I will commonly refer to them as they. And I'm not talking about they, them. I'm talking about they, dude, the shadowy elites who are pulling the strings, not even the puppets, the puppeteer, or puppeteers, plural. Okay? So anyways, so this causes many of us to hate each other way more than before, right? New people join the cause of hatred as well, because this news story got them emotionally involved one way or another, whether they felt like, oh my God, they killed her, abolish ICE and all this, we're gonna melt ICE and all this stuff, or the other side, like, he was justified, ICE baby, yeah. Like, both sides are they're getting pulled into it. They don't understand that they got you hook, line, and sinker, bro. You're done. You know what I mean? As soon as you start getting emotionally involved and mentally involved, they got you, man, in two ways, in more ways than one. You know what I'm saying? So this is the thing, is when you once you notice it, it's hard to unsee it. So this is what happened to me. I wasn't always this aware of it. You know what I mean? This came with age. This came over time. Um, but yeah, like I said, they get emotionally involved one way or another. The left attacks the right for being heartless, and the right attacks the left for being brainless. The left has been emotionally hijacked, and the right has been mentally hijacked. Um, the left targets your right brain through the left eyeball. So the left targets your right brain through the left eyeball. The right targets your left brain through the right eyeball. I already mentioned that. Um, Here's where the real Psy-Op happens, even though, okay, like, you can understand the intent, potential intent at this point, but here's where it actually starts to happen, right? It is a real event. Like, what happened, it's a real thing. Some people get so deep down the rabbit hole, they're like, oh, all these things are fake, they're all paid actors. Like, no, I believe that many of them, if not all of them, are real, dude. Like, people are dying in real time. So because it's real, so many people will take all of the information as it being real as well. Because if you see something fake, you're going to reject everything. If you take something as an absolute fact, you're just Your ear gates and your eye gates are wide open. Yes, feed me the information. I'm willing to take it subconsciously without bypassing the conscious brain. You know what I'm saying? So, it is a real event, so many people will take all of the information as real info as well. Real and real, okay? CNN and MSNBC show one angle of her appearing to be trying to drive away and curve the wheel, right? Fox News shows a completely different angle that makes it look like she was attempting to turn into ice and hit the ICE officer with her car. Like the two angles, one camera here, one camera here, made them look completely different. One looked like intentional intent, like intent, bro, right? Intentional attempted vehicular homicide. That's horrible, right? Then the other side looks like she was trying to actually drive away and was just, maybe she was in fear when they said stop. She was like, well, what if I do stop? Something might happen, and then maybe she's panicked. We don't know, right? And this is where they get you, is because we don't know. So they go, since you don't know, we're gonna make you know. And you know what we're going to make you know? Whatever we want. So one's going to go here, one's going to go here. It's going to cause a mass amount of cognitive dissonance, and riots are going to erupt. People are going to hate each other. It's going to be great. Get the popcorn. People are tapped who do this stuff. Like, they're just sick. They like to see the world in chaos and in flames. You know, that's not right, dude. So now we both feel completely vindicated in our opinions. We now assume that the other side of the aisle saw the same exact footage as we did. So when they continue to disagree with us, we dismiss them as being crazy, delusional, or evil. We are being told and shown different information. This is how they get us to hate each other, divide, and conquer. This is a prime current example of a psyop, or psychic operation. Remember, if it wasn't a psyop, then all news outlets would have posted the same angles of the incident, and they wouldn't have used divisive and contradictory terminology to and from one another. It all would have been the same, like it used to be, okay? They paint two very different pictures so that each side thinks, feels, and knows that they are in the right. This is how they effortlessly make us hate one another. That's all I got in this interesting little concept of a video. Thank you for stopping by. Feel free to click the subscribe button and turn the bell on so you can see every time I post a new video. Click the likes. It helps to share the algorithm and put it in there and get it out to more people. Comment. I'd love to know what you thought of the video, any things that popped up in your head throughout. And share with a friend if you got to. I don't expect people to be doing all four of them, but if you could do 1 out of 4, that would be a big help to me. Thanks so much for everything, guys, ladies and gentlemen. And until next time, stay safe, be blessed, and live lavishly. I'm going to see y'all in the next one. Until then, I love you all. Peace.